Thank you very much for agreeing to be a judge on the M&M Global Awards.
Happy to do it.
How have you found the experience so far of judging?
I think it's been absolutely brilliant. I think the Festival of Media Awards obviously is like what I believe to be the creme de la creme of global media strategy, thinking, execution, and planning. And I think today I've seen that. You've seen some brilliant thinking across, sort of taking insight and working that all the way through to an audience, then bringing that all the way through to their media behaviours, and then sort of bringing that to life in execution. It's been really, really sort of inspirational. That's why I'm sort of here. That's why I wanted to come here, was to sort of get inspired, to believe that our industry and our sort of profession can do more, and contribute quite a lot to society, as well as contributing quite a lot to business.
No, fantastic, and that's good, and we're glad you're enjoying it so far. Have there been any campaigns that have really stood out for you and you've thought, wow, that is quite groundbreaking, or that's just really clever, or that's a smart execution?
There's been quite a lot of, I think there's been quite a lot of really clever examples of sort of awe-inspiring insight. So the sort of the silence campaign out of Costa Rica, that just sort of stumped me in my sort of wake. I was just watching that sort of video, and I instantaneously got the insight. I just watched it, followed all the way through to execution and activation, and was just when something's just so brilliantly simple. You just know, and you just think to yourself, "Fuck, I should have thought of that," which was exactly what I was hoping to see today. I think also you've got the cleverness, the clever creativity of Discover Sweden and their sort of Discover the Originals campaign. Visit Sweden, Discover the Originals campaign. Where they're sort of IKEA gets the names of certain places in Sweden, gives it to toilet brushes and sofas, and they want to take that back and show you the real original behind the name. And I think it's just brilliant the way they take that through, make a more sort of multifaceted, integrated campaign out of that, and it's great to see. It's great to see that thinking's happening in our industry. Yeah. I think additionally we've also got some really clever campaigns trying to sort of shift the dial on society. You've got the Walgreens campaign with vaccines, trying to fight against some misinformation to get people vaccine ready, which I thought was brilliant as well. So there's a really good mix of just good comms, good insight, and good activation.
No, that's fantastic, and there's certainly been some great debates.
Yeah,
we've seen it, and one thing I always want to let the audience know is, in terms of how you set the standards, it appears that you set the standards for a gold really high, and you've maintained that standard, but obviously you've got that standard and you've got the work from around the world. Is it a good representation of different countries? I think so. I think we're getting quite a few strong outliers out of India. We had some from Central America, Latin America, parts a lot from Australia, and I think what it's definitely making you feel like there's a lot of competition out in the world. You can't rest on your laurels, because there's some great thinking coming out of these countries, especially when you're seeing quite a lot of the marriage between media and creativity. I guess in countries, in potentially smaller markets, they are putting together some really, really clever creative thinking, which is really, really inspiring. And what's been the best category you've judged so far?
I'm always really, really intrigued by partnership categories as well as data categories. I think they always have the potential to, because they're constantly evolving categories. You're new media owners coming into the category, so you're getting new people thinking of different ways to partner with those media owners, but you're also getting new ways to use data and new data sets becoming much more available. So I'm always really excited by those. I think they're generally the most fun ones to sort of judge. I think additionally we had in the content category, we had a lot of really clever content thinking, not just your classic user-generated content, but also producing content that really enables people to just think about the brand in a different way, especially like with the campaign we saw for Lay's in China.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, finally, my final question is, why should people judge the M&M Awards?
I think it is, for me, there are three key reasons, right? If you want to get sort of inspired and sort of want to fall in love again with advertising or your job or media, I would highly recommend judging the Media Awards. If you want to meet some really clever people from your industry and have really good, strong debate, I would highly recommend judging the Festival of Media Awards. And additionally, if you want to just sort of if you want to be sort of involved in the sort of recognition of other businesses and other agencies and other thinking, I'd highly recommend doing the Festival of Media Awards.